There we are. Boys are out of town.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
All right, we're here. We're just waiting for what? I
People.
want to see my.
Oh, we're live
right now? Yeah.
We're on.
All right.
We are live.
Actually, I'm gonna walk away and I'm gonna get on and make sure that as you guys
Yeah,
talk,
yeah.
I can actually hear it. So
We're doing a test to make
that
sure.
way we can fix it right away.
I'm not seeing anything yet.
Not fluid. Talk.
Okay,
You guys talk.
we are here. We are here. For JIA.
All right, we're seeing some people in here. I'm not seeing any chats. Good. All right.
You were pretty close though.
And I'll run the chat on my
I don't
phone.
get anything on my
Answer
phone.
questions or anything like that.
I'll
Chats.
keep the volume down. There we go.
We got people coming in now.
Yeah, or
Coming in.
They're here.
What's the laptop look like, Scott?
we got 51 and my phone is showing the picture, the laptop's
Give it a
not
few
showing
more.
the picture.
Give it a few more minutes. Let
We
people
got,
get into the room.
We got Bass Hunter, the Bill Shows, Party 113.
Bear with us, folks.
Because we're on the road, we don't really have the studio set up, so it's kind of like with all of our
Winging
minor
it.
adjustments.
Winging it.
Things looked pretty quiet today. How are we leaving?
Yep.
It was quiet.
It's peaceful.
Weren't you scared today? So many death squads.
Can you guys hear? Can they hear you?
Are you guys hearing us all right, aren't you? Thumbs up on sound.
Or number one.
I can't see your fingers.
Well, let me get up there and look.
Oh, never mind.
I got it right here.
We got 5 by 5. Yep, we're good.
All right, I'm not seeing.
5 by 5.
Find an idea on my own channel.
Yeah, Jake says they can hear it.
Good deal.
Just waiting for everything to sync. Give us a few, you Patriots, enjoy yourselves.
Give us a few minutes.
We're gonna have a
Info on
good
the
show.
rally, question mark?
Oh, yeah.
What kind of info do you want?
But we were there.
The news is not reporting it right. There's hell.
How long before it gets cut? We're not gonna get cut. We're sitting in the hotel now. We have our own private room back here. We shouldn't be cut down.
Sounds echoey. Yeah, we're here. We didn't take off today. We wanted to let the crowd go, get a day.
Leave early.
Yeah, I'd like to think it was quiet because you had a bunch of, we all knew what we were doing there. And I think everybody that was there understood. They were gonna try to use it, you know, the other side would use it to set us up and say, you know, this is what happens when you get this many people together. I thought everybody performed well. We heard there was one arrest, and that was at the gates going into the Capitol grounds. And it was because he was wearing a mask, I guess, is what I was just told in the hotel lobby.
It was a mask.
Some kind of a mask, and he wasn't gonna take it off.
Oh,
His
wow.
excuse was it was cold outside, and the rules strictly said no masks, no.
So one kind of arrest or mishap, but it was due to somebody refusing this to maybe uncover
It's
or.
not weapons related.
Yeah, I mean, that's not that big of a deal. And they were probably just turned away. I can't imagine, you know.
She just brought her, somebody just said how crazy it was that it made global news, but no national,
Imagine that.
no national news carried it or covered the entire rally.
Wow. Scotland was watching it.
Yeah. Holland.
Belfast.
Or Belfast.
Belgium.
Belfast. Canada.
Thank you, brother.
Canada was there. They had a.
Jaws is in the house.
We got Jaws.
Hey guys,
Oh, what, bring me one.
little late there. Here you go, pal.
Thank you, buddy. So now we're all present and accounted for.
I believe.
We don't have any, we all made it down here. Now our point was, well, what did you get out of this experience? We'll start with the food board
We're gonna get out of it.
and talk to the cameras over that.
Yeah, the American people kind of made their voices heard today. I mean, you know, we were asked a lot of questions out there about why we did this. We just wanted to be here and be part of this history being made and to stand up for our right.
Louder would be better, they're all saying.
Stand up for our rights, that's why we were here. That's why I came. Stand up for those that can't stand themselves.
All right, Woodman.
There we go.
What did you get out of it?
Yeah,
Look
look at that beard.
Beard man here.
So what'd you get out of it?
Burning
What was your
beard
best experience today, brother?
Hey, I'll tell you what, I've seen a lot of 82nd Airborne troops out there today, and by golly, some of them were stationed at Fort Bragg when I was. 82nd is so large, you know, I didn't know.
That was one of the biggest things, which was awesome about this trip, is everywhere Woodman would hit me, he's like, airborne, airborne. He'd point out airborne. I was like, go talk to him, brother. That's one of your brothers.
Yeah.
So it was kind of funny. It was a little hold up throughout the trip on certain spots, but it was honestly a good cause because it's a brother of, you know, he's spotting out, you know, other airborne.
Diane's asking, can somebody tell us names from left to right? Patriots are sitting here.
So, right, so we got Scott right here. This is Scott. We got Jaws, Sergeant Jaworski, Woodman, Fluid Pour, Art by Greg. He's got a channel if you want to get over there, and then, you know, Mike. And we're all from the Patriot Hour here. This is Patriot Hour family.
Airborne.
Patriot Hour family. We're down here in Richmond, by the way, for those of you just joining. I don't know how many we got in the room, guys. I can't even see this screen.
I could tell you, hold on, let me rotate.
Looks like we got
111 right now.
Oh, this is saying 264 already.
264.
So we're only a few seconds delay here, and we're already over double that. So that's awesome.
All right, so Monday night.
It's great.
Great.
Yeah.
So
I actually got to see some gentlemen taking his kids through the crowd. I've seen women carrying weapons, both pistols and rifles. I've seen, now listen, this is men, women of all ages were packing. There wasn't a problem one. Everybody was so nice. If you happen to bump into somebody, you know, we said, you know, apologize, and they apologized. It was just a fantastic day.
Yeah.
I think you could clip it back up as long as we all talk loud. I think. I was hearing it fine. I bet most people said it was 5x5. Just there was only a couple that
Well, I
said
got
a
an
little
idea.
louder would be nice.
Highlights.
There you go.
You know, remember the one lady with the sign that said, "I immigrated to the land of the free
Yeah.
Yeah.
to be free."
Yeah.
So that was pretty awesome.
There we go.
sorry, guys.
And,
You're all
then
right.
gun control is nothing but people control.
Are we getting everyone still?
Nah, that's just three of them.
That's all right.
Ugh, we can
I'm
get
good.
in-
I'll sit on the outside.
We
I'm
can
good.
get in tight.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm too fat to get into that.
I don't know if we'll get in that tight.
don't
It's
like
all right,
it.
we can try.
I'm just gonna.
Mike's just rolling around.
Still can't see Greg over here.
That's all right. I'm here, guys.
So who was next? on,
Jaws.
Jaws.
next.
I would say the biggest thing that I took away from today was the overall atmosphere, just the overall energy of the crowd and the people. Like, you could literally feel the freedom in the air. I mean, it chilled me to the, and granted it was freezing, but it just chilled you to the bone. It made the hair on your arm stand up. And like Woodman was saying, everyone there today, I've never been around a bigger crowd of such kind, compassionate people, especially on a topic like this. You know, the Second Amendment obviously dealing greatly with firearms. I bet you 1 in every 3 people were carrying a rifle and or a pistol or a combination of both. There was a gentleman walking around with a Barrett 50 cal sniper rifle.
You guys
Yeah,
have probably already
walking-
seen that go
It
by.
wasn't,
through the
it
crowd.
wasn't just, you know, our ethnicity either. It was plenty of different ethnicities. I mean, there were
Yeah, that was-
Indians,
men,
Muslims. There were everybody out
Yes.
there that was
Which should be
carrying.
pointed
This
out.
this was peace amongst any ideology.
Where color didn't matter,
Color
race
didn't
didn't matter, nothing mattered other than everyone there supporting the same cause
That's
for the
what it
same
was.
reason. And
They were there
it was-
rallying and lobbying today.
and
for
it was
that
it was
cause.
phenomenal.
Yep.
Scott,
It was
amazing.
phenomenal.
What was your biggest takeaway, or you know, something maybe you that struck you? You know, same question.
On the same lines as what everybody else was saying, my favorite moment was the Pledge of Allegiance. We had
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
think we got
Yeah.
American Joe was doing an interview, so I thought, well, hell, I'll put our camera on. You guys will see that. Michael edited it, but he said, anybody want to start the Pledge of Allegiance before you get it out of his mouth? And the whole area got involved. You could hear it all the way up the street, tens of thousands of people. The real cool thing about it is exactly what these guys are saying. You had, I don't care if it's 75 or 100,000 people there, whatever it was, you had so many weapons and ammunition and not one problem. Not one problem. And you spin it around, and we get back to the hotel and we hear local news, saying, there was a few thousand people. And there was some people that were complaining that, they can't believe they did this. They planned it on Martin Luther King Day just because they're racist. And that person should be slapped, because the reason they did it on MLK is because the federal buildings, it would cause less of a disturbance to the community.
Do you guys remember the name of the delegate that we ran into that was there?
It's on video that I had.
that.
So again, Mike's got about 120 minutes of editing to do, but you'll be able to zoom in.
Yeah.
Greg caught a state delegate walking right by us, so I just kind of backed up, ran the chest cam, get him as you talked to him. But way impressed with how many people gathered and peacefully just got along.
Bottom line is, Virginia people don't want this gun control.
Oh, not at all.
None of America wants this gun control. And I hope this can go to New York and Cuomo can see this.
Or Indiana, or,
Indiana,
every single
NBC
state.
Because you know what, if we get this in every state, a rally in every state like
we
this,
won't
to show our
comply.
strength in numbers.
Randy, one of our mods, says NBC said you were chanting, "We won't comply," when you are all saying the pledge. What a bunch of liars.
What the heck?
Yeah.
We've got the proof. We can use that. I mean, we got the proof, guys.
We got the
And the thing
video.
is, people, you gotta remember, you're gonna have your naysayers, you're gonna have these people that are gonna try to stir the pot. That'll do anything in their power, whether it be lie, cheat, steal, to try to get their certain message across, and it's just simply not true. Those aren't the facts whatsoever.
So I would say the same with these fellas. I'm gonna say I was highly, I don't like big crowds. Most of us fellas
None of
here
us
do
do.
not. We probably wouldn't have done this.
But I
It was
felt safer than anywhere else.
today was a peaceful, just the most, I mean, I've had worse times at the local fairs and grocery
Right.
stores with crowds and bumping, like, yeah, screw you. People say that, and here today was nothing but, excuse me, I mean.
Walmart stresses me out.
Yes.
And another thing that I wanted to just kind of talk about real fast was the safety aspect that was taken today
These
by
were-
the people. I'm talking thousands and thousands of people toting loaded firearms, and not one issue.
Not
There
one
wasn't
mishap.
One
careless
careless discharge.
and that just goes to show also that firearms in the hands of people who are trained, who are safe with
It
these
starts with
firearms.
your own kids at a young age,
Yep.
and you teach them. You don't put your finger on the trigger
Correct.
until you're pointing at what you want to shoot.
A firearm
All the
is-
safety things come.
A firearm is only as dangerous as the person holding it.
That's right.
Firearms
So-
do not take lives.
Killing
People with
doesn't-
ill intent
Right.
take lives.
Killing doesn't come from the gun; it comes from the heart of man.
You know it. You know it.
So for all these
The lack
people,
of-
guns are unsafe and guns do this and guns do that.
It's ridiculous.
And today, what I'm happy about is we proved that. There can't be any more proof
We
to
verify.
that fact.
What
I mean, it's-
percent do you think was ex-military?
Oh,
I bet
wow.
you there was 75% veterans.
I mean, that's hard to throw out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The big chunk.
Because you have to
Big
ask.
chunk.
I mean,
Yeah.
unless it was blatant. Now the way you would start telling would be the hat, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hats.
airborne. That's
Oh,
how you were
airborne.
pointing them out, right? Wow, it's the
Yeah.
only way you're pointing out
Yeah.
airborne. Not
We
like
couldn't-
there's
Tons of
we
different-
couldn't-
We couldn't keep Woodman in sight. He was like,
Yeah.
he was like he'd see it like a squirrel with a,
Yeah.
oh, airborne,
Yeah,
airborne.
we just
Go,
go
airborne.
We literally started calling him the airborne squirrel by the end of the day. You turn
Yeah.
around, where's
Every
Woodman?
5
Yeah.
minutes, it was somebody
You're saying-
else.
If you
No,
couldn't find
someone
Woodman, you
was
just
over
had to find someone with the 82nd Airborne hat on.
Kim,
Yeah, treat him like
Yeah, he was close. He was nearby.
Kim Cook, I'll tell you, Antifa / Black Lives Matters did actually show up.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
there was like 7 or 8 of them on a local news network, and they were doing some kind of a rally or some, not even a rally. It was anyway. The news had them on. Well, then we all came back and relaxed and kind of took naps, and I woke up and I wanted to go see what it looked like when it was all over, and it was like a ghost town. There was a lot of cops still there, but at the very end, so like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, yeah, so at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, there's these 7 or 8 that we literally seen on the TV in the lobby of the hotel that were standing at the front gate of the entrance of the cage, and there was one guy left, and I've got a picture of him too that was holding up a sign, But they waited till the very end for 100,000, whatever another number was of Patriots to leave town, and then they show up, so.
This just looked like a giant Trump rally with guns.
Oh, it was. It looked like
It
a
was
Trump
ridiculous.
rally.
You should have seen all of the vendors. That's where I got that
They're saying the
hat.
governor left the state, they
Yeah.
whipped him out to safe,
Yeah.
to his safe place, his safe
500.
haven.
He took his stress card with him.
Yeah.
He waved his stress card and.
So let me see if I can find that one picture. I want to show everybody. You'll see it later, but I don't, Mike, you probably have to do this.
Oh,
While
yeah,
he's
so
doing
many
that,
good
like,
still shots.
Oh, man.
While he's doing that, I want to share something. Last night we went out
Oh,
walking
yeah.
around
Oh, yeah.
trying to find a place to, maybe sit
Yeah,
down and
real
have a
weird
beer or get something to eat or whatever.
What do we do to find that place too? Tell them a little bit
I
about that.
walked about a half a dang mile.
Walked a big square
Yeah,
block.
big
around
square
the
block.
Hey, man, I
We
know
could-
it's not a lot for you.
Cold, it was cold.
Yeah,
young
it's real
guys.
cold. Yeah, we go in there, and I think I might have been the last one to walk in the building, and the guy that was in charge of the money, or maybe even manager or whatever, some kid, told me I had to take my hat off because it was a Trump hat,
So
and
we,
they don't solicit any kind of politics anyway.
unless it was a Bernie hat, then that would
Well,
have
they
been allowed.
probably would have done that, yeah.
Would
so-
have been allowed.
We left. I mean, hey, look, they just missed out on some money.
Couple
You know
$100,
what?
6 or
Yeah.
5 guys.
Yeah,
you know,
what can I
drinks.
say? Over some idiot, ignorant little kid. Yeah, he couldn't have been in more than 22, 23 at the most. Some kid, man.
But we didn't say anything, we like all went back up and I had asked, I was like, why couldn't he wear it? And he's like, well, we don't allow political. And I had said, unless it's probably a Bernie hat or something. And you guys never would have had a policy like that I mean, who can tell you what to wear? What kind of country is that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
We were
You know.
certainly upset.
That's
But
your
Your
definition
shirt's
of
at to
fascism,
offend you,
right?
I get it, but I mean, what
Communism.
does offense cost you, Scott?
To be offended? Man, when you're offended, you
How much does it
have
cost?
options. It costs you nothing. You can change channels on the radio or on the TV. You
So
can
this
walk
is-
away.
yeah.
To be offended, it's not like you get leprosy or AIDS or something. You're just simply offended. So we, instead of being offended and making a scene, we just stood up and walked out, and they lost out on
Thank
$200
you
or
very
$300.
much.
So
Hope you enjoy losing that 200.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope somebody at the pool hall seeing this, or somebody that visits the pool hall, maybe
Yeah,
kind
what
of
street
wake
is
them
this?
idiots up.
it's right on
This one
4th Street.
here
4th
is
Street and Grace.
5th
How many
and
people do we
East
have right
Grace.
now in the?
So I think it's 4th.
4th and Grace is what.
The pool hall was at.
Yeah. So we're up
So,
to.
avoid that place.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding,
You ever
man.
come to Richmond, stop in and tell them hello with your Trump
Somebody
hat.
just said we were up to 560.
Tell them Patriot hour second.
Yeah, no kidding, yeah.
So I was
Exactly.
scrolling through this. You guys are gonna have to look at it. We have footage of it, but it won't be on for a day or two until Mike and I can get home, and then I end up editing it. But the kid with the 50 cal rifle, it blew my mind. We were there 10 minutes, and we were like, oh, everybody is carrying rifles. This kid comes walking through with a 50 cal Barrett sniper rifle.
Yeah, man.
And it just looked as if, every time he turned, he was gonna just rupture somebody's forehead, But I thought, holy smokes, and so I just kind of, I was just blown away.
Some
Like,
standout
it's
moments.
national news now, like he's went viral, I guess they say.
Yeah.
So if you got on Facebook or whatever and just kind of Google 50 cal kid maybe or something.
Did you see any Antifa?
I did, but that was at 3:30 or 4 o'clock when everything was over and I walked down there.
Yeah, see, they
were
show
Black
up
Lives,
afterwards.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter, two people wearing Black Lives Matter shirts, and then they all were in black. There was only 7 or 8 of them. And it was-
Strength in numbers with Patriots and then strength in timing with Antifa.
And then somebody else was asking, well, did they pass the law anyway? That's not going on. This was a rally. I mean, the rally or the vote isn't based off of whether we showed up or not. They have a Democratic House, they got a Democratic Senate, and they got a Democratic governor. They can do anything they want and get it passed through. And we were talking about this earlier. The scary thing is it then would take, even if they all got voted out and all went Republican next term, it would take a supermajority at that point to overturn anything that they do now. So
Right.
that's what's scary. It's not that, oh, we can just deal with it later. You may not be able to deal with it later until you had enough Republicans
And
to be a supermajority. So these types of infringements on our rights and
that's,
our amendments this is why it's scary, because it could take a decade.
that's at the state level. Now
Right.
think about the deep state and the length of time that it took for them to build that program.
Correct.
And how long is it gonna take to, you know, get that program torn apart? It's gonna take a long time.
Well, what did they say? This is the first time since the Civil War that this state house and Senate and governor all were Democrat. So this is like, and I don't know why the people chose this route. And I mean, you got a blackface governor that's just a lying piece of shit, sorry. And now,
And a coward.
and immediately they sense that they got the power, so they're trying to overturn the state laws. And, you know, Indiana, where we're from, well, sorry, Grace from New York, but his are even more strict. But even in Indiana, a conservative state, we don't have open carry. I mean, you can carry a gun if you have a license, but you can't carry like they did here. I mean, this,
You can't even buy a pistol in
Right.
New York State without a concealed carry permit.
We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
and the most ironic.
So it
thing-
creeps in, right? It's not ever one state overnight. This was like
One
something,
step at a time.
this would have been huge to them here because of the way we've had it.
Correct.
Which is a way that we all used to at one point, I would imagine.
And our people in front of us, you know, when we were kids, didn't fight, they didn't care, they didn't fight back. I don't think they realized
So
how
if we-
much of their pizza was getting bit
That's what I'm
off.
saying, and anybody born into that system doesn't know what they lost because they were born into it.
Yep.
So if we look at all the states and look at like New York to this state right now, or to Indiana, maybe out to California, because we know California's got some pretty strict stuff, and then you look at Chicago,
Chicago's ridiculous.
Yeah.
what do you think collectively, if we look like, we did history and like a little graph on it, like what we come up with, like when the very first little frightening thing came in, you know,
Well,
early
normally-
1900s or
Normally,
something.
the
you know.
progressive crap laws start on the West Coast and work their way across the country. I mean, we've
The
seen
heartbeat
that
of the
forever. I
Midwest.
mean, yeah, like, just like legalizing marijuana, it's been legal out there for a
Yeah, it started with
long
one
time.
state, now we know that it's up to 38 out in the union, you know, so it never.
What's up, Matt?
For some reason, liberalism just starts in California and just it's like a black plague. It won't go away.
I agree.
It's a gift that keeps on
And
giving.
liberalism doesn't bother me. To be a liberal conservative or a conservative liberal doesn't bother me.
Like a lot of
It's being
conservatives.
You know what? There were Democrats out there today. Democrats
For
for
the
gun
NRA,
rights,
yeah,
for the
NRA.
Second Amendment, for the NRA. Another thing that we
We
didn't
saw that
realize.
Democrats for NRA.
Yeah.
But
Another thing we didn't notice until we got back here and we started kind of looking at the feeds were all the other states that were having rallies in cities for Virginia.
the NRA's gotten a little wacky themselves, because they supported red flag laws last year or something, didn't they? Come out and support them, in support of?
Yeah, I heard a little bit.
All
about
ammo
that.
matters.
All ammo,
All
matters.
ammo
right.
matters. I
I like
like
that.
that.
Airborne,
All
man.
black guns matter too.
Listen, we
Airborne.
won't stop. Airborne.
Airborne.
Hey, airplane.
I'm sorry, but doing it for a
Oh,
long
yeah,
time.
That's all right.
We
Don't
had a
ever be
blast.
sorry about that. We
You
definitely
earned
have
it.
fun today.
Yep,
Yo.
definitely earned the right on that one.
Then another thing too, what was super awesome to see is all the prayers,
Oh yeah.
all the thanks. Definitely don't want anyone to think that that doesn't go unnoticed. Also, all the donations definitely came in handy. So we definitely want to take a second and thank all you
We
guys
had
for that.
room, we
Also.
had food, and we celebrating a couple beers tonight. We thank you guys all for everything.
Very much.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
It was Pizza Hut. It wasn't squirrels. We didn't go hunting squirrels. We had some pizza.
It was hard to find, thank you for.
You know, we
Marvin,
Thanks,
Marvin.
Marvin. Thank
Who
you,
else
Marvin.
did we run into out there?
Bravo
today?
Zulu.
We
Yeah.
ran
Bravo Zulu.
Bravo Zulu.
Easy.
Hey, that $5 will go towards maybe another round or something. Who knows?
There you go.
Yeah, man.
It's appreciated.
Definitely.
We ran into American Joe. We tried to meet up with Doug Ducote.
Yeah.
We tried to meet up with Disabled Vets Perspective. Zombie Farmer, we ran into him.
Mike and I at the very end got some
And
good footage of InfoWars coming
Oh,
through.
yeah.
in
Oh,
that
yeah.
Alex
big
Jones.
truck. So you guys
There
will
was
see
a
some of
lot
that.
of
yeah.
big names down here.
I saw a guy today that was like, Patriot hour, grabbed me and hugged me. It was
That was
pretty
cool.
great. That was cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Saw
There was-
several people that knew the
Yeah,
channel.
yeah, there was quite a few that came up and and recognize those.
Was that the gay guy? Just
But-
kidding.
Easy killer.
I'm sorry, politically incorrect.
Flu
My
got
bad,
some
my bad. I won't do it again.
Easy killer.
Ooh.
There's $20 from Tina.
Good
Tina
Lord,
Studer,
we're gonna have
appreciate
2
it.
rounds of beers tonight.
Oh, hey, thanks, Marvin. Marvin said.
Marvin, you just sent
Yeah.
another for it? Is that a competition between you and Tina?
His button's stuck.
Yeah, it's no refunds.
Yeah.
See, it doesn't go backwards.
Slow down a little bit. We might be here till Wednesday.
Every time you guys,
Stop it.
every time you guys do it, I'll
Hey,
wave.
Cheryl says she's seen Mike for a minute on Breitbart.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
There's a lot of footage out there, and over the next
Oh, yeah.
several
Oh,
days,
yeah.
everybody's gonna be downloading stuff. So it'd be kind of interesting to see, you know, the familiar faces.
It was pretty nice walking through the crowd and seeing all those cameras and phones and
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
Everybody had them out, taking pictures and doing videos.
What
It
was weird
awesome.
was our radios. And
Squelched.
how
Oh,
we
yeah, we
couldn't
kept
use,
picking up
yeah,
other
we
channels.
brought little walkies, you know what I mean, just in case
Just
we
in
got
case.
separated or whatever, you know, and
They wouldn't have come in handy.
not at all. And it didn't matter what channel you went to,
We
what
were getting
frequency.
scrambling signal.
We were definitely struggling with
You
going
see
live
Darren Carson in
and
there
doing all
in the
that
chat?
stuff. So
Darren Carson. I wondered if he might be in the
Not
chat.
yet,
I was
I
gonna
haven't.
tell him this would be a
That's-
perfect time for that bottle of Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
Just that he was outside.
New Zealand just checked in. Diane, thank you for your $9.99. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Mike, we got enough gas money to get home, brother. It was getting a little close. Jaws drank most of it up and.
Jaws, there's- We didn't find out
It's
Jaws
It's
is
not
first
Bud Light,
year
that's
than
gasoline.
yeah,
He's drinking gas.
Hey, but that's okay. He was 82nd Airborne.
I was
also,
airborne
right?
also, so I
That's okay. He's excused.
And Woodman says no gifts.
Oh, God.
Todd Stockford, appreciate it, man. $30. That's great, man. Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
man. That's great.
You guys are fantastic. By doing what he's done, he gave us enough freedom to actually do what we had to do all day long, and that was
Yeah.
just.
It was
Just
great.
be here and
And
just
just-
part of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Part of history
absolutely.
in the making, guys.
And then something else that we were talking about over dinner tonight. I think we're gonna call it the Patriot Trunk, right?
The Patriot Trunk.
So if any of you guys making these donations, if you have anything else that you would like to send to the Patriot Hour,
What are you guys,
Down
coins?
below.
coins, flat,
name it.
whatever the case might be, whatever you guys think would be fitting. We're gonna actually set up a trunk, I believe, in the studio.
Yeah, maybe.
And then all the donations and stuff that you guys send, we'll be able to put it in there with a little description of who it's from and see what kind of collection we can put together and what kind of stuff we can bring in.
Nina G,
Display.
2020. That's a hell of a donation. Appreciate
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I like the spin on that.
Yeah, 2020 for sure.
Todd Stockford says, you guys are great. Have a couple of pictures on me. Well,
Whoa.
we're in the Hilton, so.
Oh, Cheryl, thank
Super
you.
chat.
Cheryl
Holy
Picola.
crap.
Have a couple from me. Well, we're not going home tomorrow.
See you Wednesday.
Yeah, I guess Gettysburg is in the making, huh?
Oh, boy.
Go up there and visit the Civil War and pay tribute to
Too
thank
cool.
them for their sacrifice.
Too cool.
Oh, look, it's all right. We got to give a shout out to Arn and Tom and
Yeah.
everyone back home in Lakeville and
Woo!
Jack Fargo, guys.
That's
right
it,
on.
Tommy?
Yeah, look.
Tom Snyder.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Tom Snyder. Hey, ladies
Oh,
and gentlemen, Tom
hey,
Snyder. You gotta give him a little round
That's
of
our
applause.
hometown, man.
That's our hometown. That's cool. Glad
It's
that
a
you guys are
small town,
watching.
everybody. It's a real
I lived
small
in
town.
Lakeville for many a moons. Great town, great people.
That's where we met.
Yes, that's where me and
That's where
Scott-
all this started. What, 10 years, 11 years ago? You still
Um,
back there waving the flag?
I'm the
Crazy
straggler.
11 years.
I'm the straggler.
It's been a hell of a road.
So
God, just
cool.
think when a couple of years ago when you and I sat down and was discussing it, and we told everybody we're doing this because we get kicked out of places or told to shut up all the time. Look at us now, man.
Yeah.
Richmond, Virginia. Everybody don't know? Do you have? Does everybody have?
I do not.
Well, cheers at home, everybody, to the Patriots.
Thank
Thank
you very
you.
much.
Thank you.
so
Thank you,
much.
Hoosiers.
Yeah, only the
Remember
Hoosiers.
Hoosier
Only-
Daddy.
Yeah, Hoosier. Woodman has one hell of a beard. Yes, he
Yeah,
does.
you should have seen that thing blowing in the wind.
Gary, look at your
Oh,
phone.
I'm,
They're
che-
saying-
yeah, I'm checking it right now, pal.
Yeah, don't turn it to the screen.
Oh, yeah,
I
we
don't know
should.
what's on there.
I got,
Hey,
I got nothing.
I did see a couple people, 2 or 3 anyway, that might have had a little bit longer beards than me.
There were some pretty, there were some pretty patriotic
Woodman,
dudes out
at
there
one point it
today,
was
that's
windy
for
and it was
sure.
all up in his face. We had rescue.
Yeah.
Remember that one guy that had the sign said, Second Amendment, or the, I forget what it was, man, he said, he had the, asshole, break the eyeball. Sorry about that. The guy that had the sign that was against Second Amendment.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
What was that?
He
what
looked
is
like he
that?
was homeless.
You got pictures of all the
Or
signs.
somebody paid him and told him to walk it down. the
That's
street.
another thing too,
Ooh,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
wait until we get this video edited and
Yeah,
put out
no.
there from today. Like we were talking about earlier, it was literally impossible to go live for more than a few minutes at a time.
Oh, man.
We were lucky to pull that 14-minute one off.
Oh, yeah. Mike is just.
Don't tread.
Yeah, Don't tread
Hey,
on
so
this.
the
is
story
huge.
behind the flag, I found that flag earlier today. It was on the ground. I picked it up.
No flag left behind.
The
Look at
stick,
that.
the stick- yeah,
Actually-
the stick was broken, so I tucked it in my hat, and I think that might be the first donation.
It's like a broken straw.
First donation to the.
Cynthia, thank you, $20. Cynthia
All right,
Williams,
Cynthia.
you are
Thank
amazing.
you.
She says, you're amazing, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead, Josh, finish.
Oh no, I think that might be the first donation to the Patriot trunk.
Okay, it is.
No flag
You
left
said it
behind.
loud mouth, it has to be now.
No flag left behind.
All right, so we're 31 minutes in. We'll keep going, maybe another 20, 25. I know we're all tired. We head back tomorrow. Let's
Exhausted.
get some good questions out. We are exhausted. It was a rough, long ride for some of us down here, all of us actually. We hit some bad traffic. We're hoping tomorrow, pray for good
Safe
clear
travels
roads.
home, I suppose.
Safe
Yes.
travels home, yeah.
But other than that, let's get some questions going on. Scott's got his phone. Are you caught up on live time?
Yeah,
Otherwise,
yeah.
you're okay. As live as
I
it
like
can
the
be.
big rig with the
Oh,
two
yeah.
don't tread on me flags.
Oh,
Man,
yeah, the semi-trucks,
The semis
yeah.
were cool as hell. They're blowing their
All
air
rifles
horns.
matter.
You could tell that the cops weren't really gonna push any issues, because they probably could have. You're not supposed to use air brakes, and that guy was dumping his air
Oh,
brakes.
yeah.
Blah, 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 and then they brrrr. So it was,
They were really
my
fun.
imitation of a semi.
They were really fun.
Do you guys? We handed out some cards today for sure.
We didn't see Alex
No.
Jones, but we saw, who was his second? in
Owen,
command, Mike?
Troyer.
Owen. Mike and I caught
Yes.
some video of him at the very end. They were going around in their, what we call their armored vehicle, their InfoWars vehicle.
That
And he
guy's
was
all
on
over the
loudspeakers,
place.
so Alex was here last night doing some,
Videoing outside the Capitol
Sorry.
Oh,
gulags.
you're all right.
where in New York are you from, Greg?
I'm south of Buffalo.
South of Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm on the non-communist side of the state, where guns matter, freedom matters, and God matters.
Nice. More to that.
So subscribe to my channel, please. Get me
Yeah.
up there.
All right. So how about this? Cindy asked, "What was the best part of your day, of our day today?" What do you think, Scott?
The Pledge of Allegiance was
Yeah,
mine.
that
Yeah.
was awesome.
Yep, I would agree with the Pledge of Allegiance earlier.
That's
today.
certainly the most people I've ever said the Pledge of Allegiance with.
Yeah.
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 When you
And
when you
you
start
feel
And
it.
to lead it.
Yeah.
And to
Oh,
lead
You had
it.
to
Lead
work to get to that
Yeah.
spot, by the way.
When you
Oh, man,
when you
it
start
was
the
a
Pledge of
shoulder to
Allegiance, and
shoulder,
by the
man.
time it's all said and done, there's maybe 100,000 people all in unison.
If that's
all
how
in
I
sync.
die and I'm remembered, the
Yeah.
guy that
Started the Pledge of Allegiance at a Second Amendment rally.
A modern day Thomas Paine, right there.
Yeah, 6 minutes on.
6.
Comments are off, I think. I don't know.
So did you all go to the Capitol grounds? No, we stayed out of the cage.
We stayed out of the gulag because there was a lot of spotters and weapons on tops of
Ooh,
buildings.
boy.
Yes, we got video of that.
So,
Where did you see pictures of the Black Panthers?
who?
Diane Myron's asking. Antifa, again, these Antifa questions, there were 7 or 8 at the very end after everybody left. After we lay down and took naps, I went and smoked a cigarette and seen 7 or 8 of them standing at the
Yeah.
entrance, but everybody was gone. So
They came
we're not
in
here to
before-
tell you that Antifa was here. They certainly wasn't, and they certainly didn't protest us.
Right. Someone asked how many people were there.
I was gonna get to that for us.
We
Yeah,
looked-
we can only guesstimate.
Yeah, we Googled it earlier. We did a little research, and I believe they said, well, like, estimated at 22,000. I can tell you this much. They estimated at 22,000.
That's their estimate, that the
Yeah.
kid
That-
was under Common Core teaching.
We kept seeing,
Yes.
we kept seeing cameras set up on side roads where there was nobody and pointing off at like the building
And this
with
was-
two
yeah.
people. And I'm like, what are they? And that would might
Yeah.
have been some fake.
Very
I
strange.
if I had to compare it to when Mike and I did the Trump rally, and there were 65,000 at that one, I'm gonna say there was more here than at the Trump rally. Certainly more than 70,000 were here.
They
in my
said the
opinion.
Ubers are jammed up. They ran out of buses. People were stuck at what?
The holding areas.
The holding
yeah,
areas,
yeah.
and they couldn't get brought in because they
My
ran out of
town.
ways to bring them in. So I would guesstimate 100,000 folks. I mean, maybe 125. That
Todd's dying.
I feel safe saying
Yeah,
that
yeah,
number,
as soon as you
I
said
said
that,
earlier,
earlier,
I-
got one for 122,000.
Okay, so the news is saying 20,000.
Add
That's
100
wrong.
to that.
They're lying shits. There was
Just
one
like
for,
they're lying
for
about
a
the
fact, we
pledge.
had.
Maybe on one
let's-
street.
Let's look at the
Yeah,
sheer
yeah,
number
yeah.
of people, and what do we have? Like, we knew we were a whole street and then it wrapped around. We went elbow to elbow down several streets,
yeah.
cutting over side streets to get to another street.
It was 6 to 9 streets long.
See, there's
that
some
were
people
packed.
hearing 120,000,
Yeah.
100,000.
High, 200.
Yes,
would
I
be-
heard 50 to
I wouldn't want to say
100K.
200, but if I.
I'll tell you
was
this
here, I
much,
would
there were
deny it.
a lot. The turnout for this, I believe,
At 100,000 at the World
perfect.
Series parade, you guys had that many. I
Easily.
say easy.
Well, and for us, we look at like Notre Dame, how much does it take to fill up a stadium in Notre Dame, and when you've been down there tailgating and the people coming in, we know it was more than 60,000, that stadium holds 58,000?
Yeah.
Or,
Quite a few.
Yes, I love this comment, Lorraine. Antifa likes to attack soft targets, like grandmas and Billy in the wheelchair, not armed law-abiding citizens.
not people toting 50 cal,
Yeah.
50 cal
Somebody-
sniper
Strength
rifles.
is-
you just hit him in the face, or Frank's like,
Yeah.
but he's got a gun.
Man, somebody in that
That's a chance
organization
you win
made a very intelligent executive decision saying, maybe we want to stand down on this one.
Yeah.
I didn't see, did you see any BLM or Panthers or any of that?
I
I didn't
don't
see
know.
a single one.
Everything today was,
I didn't see a
it
single
was
white
Patriot
nationalist.
today. I mean,
We got up early, like and we were gonna do something else, we were gonna partake, we decided to go on, I'm glad we went our own way about it.
Yeah,
They're asking,
absolutely.
okay, so Ziggy's saying, when the senator was speaking, Chase, that she said they had a backup plan, and she said they are asking North. Good luck.
However,
Yeah.
he needs to
He
be
didn't
held
resign
accountable.
when he should have, when the blackface chip came out.
Yeah, he needs to be held
yeah.
accountable. He doesn't need to just resign.
Right.
He needs to go to prison.
And if he doesn't resign, then it's anybody in Virginia's responsibility to vote the man out.
Well,
Yeah.
what was that quote by George Washington that we read earlier?
Die.
No,
Oh, I'm sorry.
let me bring that bad boy up.
So what else, fellas? Everyone have a good time? How about that?
Yeah,
Great time.
great time.
I'm trying to concentrate on questions
Yeah.
and everything, but I'm literally,
They tried to walk my legs off. They
Thrilled
tried
that
to
we
kill
came.
me. They tried to kill me.
Yeah, we almost had to tug him by the beard.
They tried to kill the old man. I bet you I walked 50 miles.
What were
today.
those little scooters called? We almost rented them a jolt. They have jolts here. They don't have line bikes. Jolts. They have jolts.
Yeah, it's a jolt.
By the way,
Jolt your ass around town.
before we leave, I still might try one.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we're gonna get footage of that too. Right after a couple more shots and,
Yeah.
some tequila.
Sounds like you.
Yeah.
I wish you all were here.
That would be
yeah,
cool.
so you all could have been here with us,
Come to the Patriot Fest.
Mike, what's the date in August?
14th and 15th.
14th and 15th in Bristol, Indiana.
Bristol Legion.
We've talked about it. Mike has talked, repeats it all the time, so we'll take an opportunity here to remind everybody, Bristol, Indiana, in August 13th and 14th
No,
is
14th and 15th.
14th and 15th.
Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
16th is pickup.
If you got a motorcycle, ride it over. We'll be doing a bike run, a poker run of some
50,
sort.
60 mile run.
Yeah. So,
Live music, flag retirement.
Thank you, Robert, for the
Robert,
super
thanks,
chat.
Awesome, bud.
Thank you, brother. Robert's
we
cool.
really do hope to start seeing more and more. This was, I enjoyed meeting Greg. I got to meet Joe, Country Joe, American Joe today. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping like every event, we keep bumping into Patriots, fellow Patriots, fellow, fans. Now I'm a member of Greg's sites and American Joe's sites, so it's worked out well. I mean,
Yeah.
All we're doing is building relationships and
Building
forming a.
rapport and uniting this
That's
nation.
correct, that's correct.
Veterans are gonna
Fellow
unite
brother,
this
fellow,
nation.
You know, Patriots is all we're,
Yeah, veterans and
it's a
patriots.
great time.
That's what I love about the word patriot. You don't have to worry about an A or an O at the end of it, like woman, man, you know, we're
Oh, yeah,
all
yeah, yeah.
patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to say a white patriot, an Australian patriot, a
Like
black
patriot.
patriot.
Yeah.
We're just
They're
patriots.
just
man.
patriots.
Patriot or patriot that.
Patriot man or
Fats.
patriot woman.
Yeah.
You know, it's just.
What kind of patriot are you?
We know
Yeah. What kind of patriot are you?
free one. We know what we identify as, and that's patriots.
There you go.
What were you saying about the, that quote earlier? It was a good one. All day long we were saying the fourth.
Oh, yeah.
Or
Oh,
not that one.
well, Virginia, the Second Amendment was
Ziggy
written by a
1 2 3,
Virginian.
thank you.
It was written by a Virginian. James Madison wrote the Second Amendment.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that ironic that he wrote it, a Virginian, and they're trying to start taking it away here?
When a government can't take away. the
Oh,
right
yeah,
to-
let me read that. I forgot. I had that up, and then you guys got to talking, and I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, from George
Says
Government.
George Washington, when the government takes away citizens' right to bear arms, it becomes citizens' duty to take away the government's right to govern.
Yeah,
I think
Lord.
about it.
Oh, that's right. There's my second
That's what
favorite
we-
one
that's-
is.
that's
My
what
first
this was.
favorite is the one where he's on the front of the boat. He says, "Let's get across this damn river and kick their sons of
We
bitches
came
ass."
across that river to get here.
Yeah,
Yes, we
What was
did.
it, yeah.
the
Potomac,
Potomac. Yeah.
mighty Potomac.
Early in the morning.
I'm not saying I'm a George Washington, but boy, I'd like to think that I'd stand up and make that,
Hey,
fight that
our
fight.
founding fathers would be proud of what we did today.
I believe that.
I know our nation is.
It was cool.
I'd say we got probably a good couple hours worth of footage, because we went out, so I was gonna say,
Yeah.
we got up early, we did a first run, and it was really cold, but we got right into the area that we found a couple actual sneakways in.
Yeah.
We were showing people, hey, this is a better way to get in
And
and
then
out.
they started
When
shutting
we
Yeah.
came
down.
back the
They were
second
shut down.
time,
That was
I
shut
think
down.
there was about 100, I don't know, 200-300 buses must have dumped off some people because.
There was a lot
God,
of buses
thick.
parked on
It
a
was
lot of
thick.
streets.
I mean, it was so packed. We even tried like hell. There towards the end that we were there, Mike and I was like, Mike, let's go up the one road there till we get to the fence because it showed an awesome hill view of the courthouse and where the speakers were, and you know, or I mean speakers, I mean the human beings that were speaking. But we just couldn't get close enough. So all the footage that you guys are going to see, the camera didn't do it justice. I think
No.
being here.
Yeah.
Because now we're starting to see some of the pictures we took or other people are posting, and it just doesn't really do the heart and mind
So
justice as to be
Like when
there.
we all came around that one and saw the Capitol building, I was in awe. I was like,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
it's packed.
I grabbed you
Yeah.
and said, get that, like, get pictures, because he was running the camera at the time.
Yeah.
You know.
It was like just when you thought it was crowded where you were at, and we came around that corner and,
You know,
yeah.
because it was real crowded, and you, like, you know, we got to that opening, I didn't think you guys were coming anymore, because I looked, I was like, you're like, it's just me and you now. Because I don't see them at all.
We were high on
I think
your
that was one of Woodman's airborne moments.
Yeah.
See, we never knew.
But there was a moment, and I don't remember which one of you guys was with me or near me, but when we were trying to leave the first time to come take a break, we went all the way to where we thought we could get out, and we were caged in, and at that moment, I did feel a
We
little
started
uneasy.
feeling a
I'm
little
like,
vigilant.
man, you would think that they would allow us to, we're like, hey, we're just trying to go, no, you gotta go all the way back down. So they made it very difficult and uncomfortable, but we all persevered, it seemed like
Yeah.
everybody else did, but there for a minute, you didn't know how the hell you were getting out of that area, I mean, you thought you did. Right, but then when we came back the second time, we couldn't even use the entrance that we used the first time, so there were a couple of moments of me going, and you're looking up, seeing the drones and helicopters and sharpshooters, it's like,
Yeah. You
I
guys,
would be lying if I said that, oh, it was a piece of cake and I was never nervous. There were some moments, but man, we were surrounded by good people, so.
a lot of them. Freedom loving, God loving.
Duncan, thanks, pal.
Who's blocked?
I'm
My buddy Duncan.
Somebody kept
Yellow, like
asking
Slim
about how
Shady.
you, they blocked them, I don't even know what that comment meant.
Without
blocked
the
who?
chocolate.
What was the comment again?
Someone asked me about the press conference, but they
Yeah.
asked
How did
47
your
times.
press conference go?
Whose press conference?
No,
Don't-
that answers that question.
There you go.
Let the mod, so one of you mods take care of
He's
that.
already blocked and deleted out of there, so you won't see the comment again.
Going down, get.
No time.
Send them home to mommy, boys.
Ain't got time. Ain't got time. No time. The advocate for.
Oh, wait, there's Airborne.
How did your press conference go? I see that.
Yeah, press conference.
How did your press conference go? How did your press?
Yeah, see.
How did your troll moment go on the Patriot Hour?
How did your moment of,
What do you do with yourself
Trolling.
all day long?
That's
Sad.
At the gun protest instead of a
Breathe
rally.
freedom.
What's else?
I'm a little confused here.
all right, let's do shout outs. Hey, you guys, everyone in the room, say where you're coming in from, checking in from, state, city. We'll do some shout outs.
There you go.
Better make it quick, cause my phone's gonna die here in a minute.
Yeah, we're getting ready to shut her down.
Shout out time, folks.
Shout out time.
I'll give a shout
It'll
out.
take about 10 seconds.
Baltimore.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
If you guys,
Baltimore.
real quick, if you wanna, say something to your family back home or, you know, shout out to your wife, fluid for your girl.
Yep. Hey, I'll give a
I don't
shout
know
out
if
to
she's
all the
watching,
people
but-
in support of us back in Lakeville, Indiana, our hometown. My beautiful girlfriend Ashley, my battle Andrew Alsop, all the guys at Jackson right now watching this, and everyone else on this live chat right now, everyone else over the last few days that's showing us support and help us make this happen. So that's what I got.
Sheriff, thanks for supporting this. My wife's been a big supporter of this. You don't have to ask permission. You need to go. That's where you need to be. And she's been following along with us all the last couple of days. So love you. Appreciate the support. Tater, Nate, he's been on the show with us. Wish you were here, brother. You would have ate this up. It was great. So I'm not gonna go through a whole bunch of names because I'm gonna forget somebody. Then somebody's gonna be offended. So
Yeah,
I'm
no,
just
no.
gonna stop there.
Same here. I would like to, my wife Melanie, love you. My kids back home. We'll be back safe tomorrow. Thank you for supporting us and letting this happen. It's
Yeah.
great. We're gonna do something again. Whatever the Patriots want us to, what we feel like we need to support and what they're able to, what we could all do together as a channel. We'll
Make
do
this
something
happen in
again.
every state,
Yep.
man. That would be
Scott Hardy.
awesome.
Scott.
Maybe Mount Rushmore.
Danny
July.
Hardy that owns Jack's. Scott Hardy, we got him going on there. I don't know how long you've been with us, months, I'm sure, but he's just like, have a drink at Jack's.
Connecticut, Southern
Thank you,
Maryland.
Lisa. Boys, I'll be home soon. Pray for safe travels. Love you guys.
Lisa, I'm fine. Listen,
You made it.
You keep worrying about me like that, you're gonna end up with ulcers and everything else, man. Hey, I'm airborne, I can handle no matter what it is.
What'd you expect?
Yeah, come on, man, I might be the oldest, I might be over the hill. I am over the hill,
The most seasoned.
but,
That's why the beard's so long, so we can tug him back over the top.
It's all downhill from here.
well, I fit in with these yahoos pretty good, you know. I'd like to thank my Legion, everybody there, man, they help us out whenever we need anything at all. Especially this thing coming in August. It's gonna be great. Bring your motorcycles, take a big ride, have fun, enjoy, bring your kids, man, It's a flag retirement ceremony and it's very, very,
Emotional.
honorable.
Airborne, you just had a couple of, Woodman, you just had a couple of people, a mother of 82nd, a son of 82nd,
Yeah.
so you got a lot of shout outs coming at you right
Whoa.
now.
Airborne.
Airborne.
And this is how you salute, airborne salute, just like this. Then you show the parachute. There it is, man. Hey, he knows, he remembers.
Airborne.
Salute to the
Good
LZ.
stuff.
Did we get people shooting in from where they're from?
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
guys.
I do.
Well, there's
so many.
Well, and my brother,
How many people are
I
there right
gotta
now?
thank my brother Mike.
620.
My
620.
brother Mike doing all those cards and stuff, and we're gonna pile him up with a whole bunch of work coming up because he does everything in such a precise manner. It's hard to match that. You can't get that in a big conglomerate thing. They just pitch out whatever you want to do, or you order. If you don't like it, too bad, or whatever. No, this guy does not do that. So Mike, my brother, God love you, man. You guys are great supporters, and thank you for my yard gnome. Of course, he's got a
Looks just
little.
like him.
It looks just like me. Got a American flag hat, sunglasses, big beard, and of course,
An airborne pin.
doing that. doing that. And, of course, we know who that goes to. Certainly not anybody
What do
we
you mean
know.
you can't post the chat or the flag in the chat? The American flag you can't post in the chat? One of you mods, can you try?
I haven't been able to either.
What the
That's
hell?
weird. I don't know. They took it away
We're
from me.
infringing on our.
I
Well, I
gotta,
couldn't do the emoji flag. I can't post it to anyone else. So I was like, what the heck?
I gotta do one more shout out
Texas.
to the Lakeville Brew Crew. Be ready for that here soon, ladies and gentlemen. Brewery out in Lakeville, so.
I'm gonna do a
Wendy-
live
Wendy
show.
Rose-
Live show from there, maybe get some Patriot beer going.
Oh,
You know,
get a Patriot Hour
yeah,
beer?
Patriot Hour beer. That'd be
Oh, wow, that'd be
Oh,
great.
yeah.
There you go, Duncan.
Yeah, work on that,
So,
buddy.
We gotta get on that when I get back.
Go live from there every so often.
Yeah,
Something like
absolutely.
that.
Be a perfect place.
All right, well, you guys, any closing thoughts to the group? Anything you want to say?
Where we
It's time
go
for bed.
one, we go all.
Yes, we
They're
do.
born.
Yes.
They're born.
All right, well, we love all you Patriots.
Danielle just posted a whole bunch
Oh,
of American
slew of
flags. Hey, Danielle, teach these people how to post that American flag, girl, would you?
Show them.
Once again, thanks everybody.
America.
Thanks
Thank
everyone
you,
for making it
Danielle.
happen.
Thank you.
Thank you
All
guys.
the way, airborne.
Just do there, just like it.
Oh, man.
Like now's that awkward moment where like they're trying to shut it down. You know what I mean?
We're still alive.
Yeah, you are, because I don't know how
Oh, I think now we're
Oh, Madeline, thank you.
Yeah, we're
$50.
We're off.
Jeez.
to. No, we're that way.
Yeah, no, we're just
Appreciate it.
turning around the.
Appreciate it.
We're showing you some other areas there.
Yes, sir.
We rented this highlight, unfortunately. No, I'm joking.
Out here in the hot.
Sure, it's a good thing we didn't just have all the party favors and everything on that side of the screen.